gentlemen, welcome to the Mountain Views program here on Park City Television. My name is Terry Burton. That's me right there. I'm back. I have not shaved yet. Well, I'm shaving a lot up here, but that doesn't count for anything. Nobody wants to hear about that. It's all about the beard these days. You know, I got to tell you, it's pretty red, right? So I'm thinking I got to save it at least for St. Patrick's Day, which is, of course, the most holiest day of the year, and tomorrow. But dang, sometimes I just want to be free. But don't we all have our own things like that, one way or the other? In any case, let's make fun of the news. And I'm going to try and do this with the straightest face I can, because if you watch this program with any regularity, you know, yo me encanta mucho, my favorite despot in the whole world. He runs Russia with an iron fist. We've been worried about Vladimir Putin. Hasn't been seen in public for over 10 days. A lot of speculation that there may have been a palace coup. Some possibility that perhaps he had some health problems. And everybody, nobody more than your pal Terry, has been just deeply worried about Vladimir Putin. I don't know what to do without him in my life, you know? The good news is he's been cited. He's out in public. He's back in Russia. A little bit of a story happening that his girlfriend, who, and I guess we should probably go ahead and do just kind of a visual series of cues for this particular story, Evan, if you'd be so kind. Vladimir Putin is no longer married to this woman. It is alleged that he is very close friends with this woman, and I think I understand why. But if there are any of you who aren't exactly sure why this former rhythmic gymnast is in tight, literally and figuratively, presented without comment. Vladimir Putin making his choices. You know, being a totalitarian does have its advantages, including kicking Jaws' ass anytime you need to, while shirtless. Vladimir Putin, ladies and gentlemen, the word is that his girlfriend may have given birth to a love child. I'm sure that with the handsome, fantastic genetics that Vladimir Putin has, and the not bad genetics of the rhythmic gymnast as well, it's probably going to be a pretty cute baby in, 10 or 12 years. I mean, let's face it, who has cute babies? They're babies. They're not supposed to be cute. I know everybody says they're cute, but you're talking about your own kids. You don't say that about other people's kids, do you? At least not mean it anyway. So the good news is that we can all rest assured that the man who, according to the Kremlin spokespeople, can still break a man's hand with his handshake, that's how healthy he is. He's still got his hand on the rudder, and things are going to be just fine, unless, of course, you love peace and freedom. In that case, never mind. We're talking about Vladimir Putin after all. Okay, I'm going to reverse this one a little bit, because I really want to talk about what's happening in Colorado and other states where marijuana has been legalized for recreational purposes. But first, I would like to issue, and as you guys know, if you watch this program with any regularity, I try not to tell people what to do. I try not to give advice per se. But in this case, I'm going to go with, hey, everyone who is employed by NBC News, stop making puns. Don't do puns. You're not punning your journalists. We're not looking to you for laughter. So when you start off a story by saying, well, in the state of Colorado, the marijuana business is booming, because a lot of people are blowing up their homes trying to make hash oil, and it's a fairly dangerous procedure, and you got to have very, very good ventilation, otherwise kaboomy. But that being said, I think that's to be understood, and on some level highly predictable, because there are always going to be folks who just want a little bit more, right? You want that Everclear, or the cocaine's not good enough, you got to go for the crystal methamphetamine. Just a good old-fashioned spliff, man. Isn't good enough. You got to do whatever they do with all that stuff. In any case, another note to the good folks from NBC News, hash oil, yeah, it's not so much new as like 1,000 years old. I mean, it's close right there, like new, or like between 12 and 18 months, but no. Ask all the old guys with the big red beards like mine over there in Afghanistan what they're doing in their huts, and yeah, that's pretty much what they've been doing for millennia. Yeah, hash oil. So great job, NBC News. You're on the cusp of what's really happening in the world today. All right, let's continue with a story about when things get too hot. I gotta go to the tape here. Andrew Lee is this fellow's name. He's 33 years old. He is from Yorkshire in England, and he thought it would be a fantastic idea to challenge his girlfriend's brother, his putative brother-in-law, to a hot sauce eating contest, and he was so excited about the process that he actually formulated his own hot sauce that's really hot as compared to these fantastic condiments, but I don't know, hot, not really how I would describe any of those, although Tabasco, I don't know, soft spot in my heart. That being said, poor Mr. Lee, an aspiring chef. Now, what I thought was an interesting aside for this particular story was that Mr. Lee, the aspiring chef, he didn't want to have to start all the way at the bottom, so he had been driving a forklift to get ahead in his aspiring chef career. I don't know how exactly that works. In any case, it was bad news. The whole hot sauce eating contest did go off, but certainly not without a hitch. At bedtime, 2:30 in the morning, I guess forklift drivers don't need like 8 hours bottle to throttle. I guess that's just a pilot thing. In any case, expressed discomfort to his girlfriend while retiring to bed, cited that he was having digestive problems. Yeah, digestive problems. And he was itchy. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that's a dead giveaway. When I've eaten something that has several million Scoville units worth of heat and I'm itchy, I usually think maybe I'll just stop by and do a little emergency room thing before I go to bed and have a heart attack and don't wake up. But that's exactly what happened to Mr. Lee. And I'm sure that there's some sort of booming pun that if there was anybody from NBC News here now, they would work that in 2 stories in a row. And I just want you to know, because I love you, the Park City Television viewer, I'm not doing that. So yeah, you're welcome. This is weird. You know, Italy, I can't ever quite figure out who Italy wants to be as a people, as a nation. Let me get it right. Domenico Dolce and Stefano Gabbana, also known as Dolce and Gabbana, D&G, seen here during their days as not only a professional, but a very much in love couple. For many years, they've been out and proud, and now Domenico Dolce really getting a lot of heat on Twitter for coming out and saying that he does not believe that gay couples should be allowed to have and raise children, nor should they be able to utilize IVF, in vitro fertilization, in order to bring their hopes of a family alive, because as Mr. Dolce says, it's just not the Italian way. He grew up with Sicilian parents, and also they make that stuff. So what's weird to me is that the guys who make all that underwear are in a big fight with this guy. No, not this guy. Yeah, that guy who's also hanging around with a bunch of dudes in their underwear. Tight underwear. That's Elton John. Elton very, very upset with Dolce and Gabbana, even though Gabbana didn't really have much to say. But, you know, the family issue, no matter where you are in the world, it's a tough one. We're going to follow this, because if I know one thing, it's that there's no one in hip-hop, and I'm looking at you too, Suge Knight, who can throw down a good feud like Elton John. It's true. It's totally true. And good news for folks here in Utah. Recent meeting of the, I don't know exactly how they call it. It's the Consolidated Law Enforcement Commission, that's the word I was looking for, has pronounced disciplinary action on 12 officers of the peace. Yeah, for offenses ranging from driving drunk while in a squad car, assault, selling drugs, and I don't know, I don't really have a story about that. I just thought it was kind of funny. Cops are just like us, right? They do bad things in small numbers. And I don't know, I'll get back to you on whether or not I really want to let them off the hook. Right now, I'm kind of going, but maybe after some more Polygamy Porter and some fantastic music from my dear friends here in the studio this evening, maybe I will be the kind Caesar. You'll have to stay tuned and find out. We're going to have a big time tonight. My pal Nate Brown is here. He's from Rocket Skates Recording. We had some fun with Nate down at his studio a couple of months ago, put together a little piece of work featuring tonight's live musical guests, who I love with every fiber of my being, even my toe that I think is going to fall off. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been too long since they've been in the house. I'm so excited. Stand up in front of your couch in your home. Put your hands together, not unlike this, for Folk Hogan!
Our voices flight might lead us to a fight. Then we will congregate just like a choir, filleting and burning on the way. The sound of howling dogs will come before us, push like to worry neighbors like the way. Once we have landed at the harbor, the pleasant trees and kindness they obey. Moses puts bail down for his liquor, that's me. Sobriety quickly begins to fade. And the jewels box plays a song, we all sing along. And all right, and we drink the liquor dry. All the whiskey, rum, and wine. Well, we illuminate just like a fire. Bring this whole damn bar down to its knees. Well, each of us a keg of beer required. With the thirst so great it's bigger than the seas. And one by one we turn the glasses upside down. We pound each one to keep the earth below. And if we don't experience it, take it round and round like a carousel out of control. One by one we turn the glasses upside down, pound each one to keep the earth below. If we don't, it spins so quickly round and round like a carousel out of control. One by one we turn the glasses upside down, pound each one to keep the earth below. If we don't, it spins so quickly round and round like a carousel out of control. There's nothing left to conquer. Everybody's meant to fall tonight. When the jewels box plays a song, we all sing along. In a band of mighty
Don't have time to monkey around with getting auto body or auto glass repairs done? We can help. At Professional Care Auto Works, we take care of your auto body and glass repair needs with our free mobile estimate service, free mobile glass service, and free pickup and delivery. Our workmanship and customer service can't be beat. We will give you a lifetime warranty on auto body repairs and glass work. Let Professional Care Auto Works take the dings out of your day. Salt Lake and Park City, 801-262-DING, procarebody.com.
At Ramp, we make the finest skis and snowboards using futuristic technology right here in Park City, Utah. Our modern manufacturing process utilizes techniques more commonly found in aerospace composite molding. We strictly use top-quality, high-performance materials. Our unique process allows us to customize the shape of our skis and snowboards on the spot. Our green practices are industry-leading, and buying from the factory means much better value. If you believe in U.S. manufacturing, buy Ramp at rampsports.com.
Natural History Museum of Utah, the only thing that comes to life is your mind. We think.
Dr. James Abraham and the Park City Dental Spa provide over 25 years of experience. The Park City Dental Spa, quality dentistry in a tranquil environment.
Oh, hi there. Welcome back. I'm so excited. You know, we do fun stuff all the time here at Park City Television, but some stuff is funner than the other fun stuff. And we're about to watch some fun stuff of the highest order because we spent some time down at the fantastic Rocket Skates recording studio with my good friend Nate Brown and, of course, the beloved mighty Fulk Hogan. And so here we are. We've got a big premiere to do tonight. Nate, Moses, Canyon.
Hello.
Hi, you guys.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, Tara. How's it going?
So it's going great. You guys are all here. We did a thing. I'm super excited because you guys haven't seen it yet, and I hope it's awesome. It's totally awesome.
I'm sure.
And yeah, Rocket Skates recording.
Yeah.
It's exciting stuff. You haven't even seen it at all.
I haven't seen, I just barely sent Bennett, the last Minus tracks on Saturday, so.
Nice.
I didn't even think you guys were going to be done in time.
Minus the bear?
Yes.
Nice.
I like that band.
Oh, yeah. You guys doing okay?
So okay.
So okay.
So okay, we're great.
Well, let's do this because we're going to talk lots more about record release and all that stuff. But for now, let's go ahead and have a cheers.
Cheers to
To
beer.
the mighty Fulk Hogan, to the mighty Rocket Skates recording, and the world intergalactic premiere of a fantastic little piece of work. Do enjoy. Well, hi friends of Park City Television. How are you all doing? It's your pal Terry. I'm super excited today. We are at the Rocket Skates recording studio here in downtown Salt Lake. I'm with my pal Nate Brown, and I'm very excited. We're going to take a quick look at a recording session with some of my favorite musicians from here in Utah, the mighty Fulk Hogan. Nate, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm great. I'm super excited to be here. Thanks for having us.
Of course.
Talk about the decision to open a recording studio, kind of the business landscape, and about getting it launched.
Yeah, I mean, Brian, my business partner, and I both eventually just got tired of working day jobs and working at studios that we weren't completely in love with. There are a lot of good recording studios in the Valley, but none that really had a vibe. It was kind of this weird thing where either the studio had a great vibe, but not really that high end, or it was super high end and it felt like an office building where you're just on the clock. We wanted to make a place where people could just hang out, make music, and still get a good product out of it.
Let's talk, if we can, a little bit about, it's 2014. You've opened a studio at a time when the perception is that everybody does a record in their bedroom or in their garage.
You know, it is kind of like a common perception, and not necessarily a misconception at all, but you know, people are like, you know, I can record a record at home for $10 or whatever. What a lot of people find is when they start recording is not quite the quality that they're used to hearing, and it's also not nearly as easy as people make it out to be. So, you know, getting good tones and understanding the workflow and understanding editing and, you know, all these things, you know, people that are serious about it realize really quick how worth it is to hire a professional. And we found, like, once we get someone in here and we show them some of the music we've worked on and they get the vibe of the space, from that point on, people find a way to pay for it, and we'll help them find a way to pay for their project. And we're not just gonna be like, oh, well, yeah, we'll see you when you're ready. It's like, how can we help you? Working in the music industry, any studio you work at, it could be the biggest studio in LA or New York or wherever, they're all very customer service minded because your client is king, and if your client's not happy, they're never coming back.
Well, we're continuing our super fun day here at Rocket Skates, recording with quite possibly the finest human beings playing punk rock, Celtic, world music. It's really world music. Folk Hogan, I am here with the main man, Canyon Jack Elliott and Moses McKinley. Hi, boys. How are you? Good to see you.
You as well.
How's your day recording here at Rocket Skates?
So much fun. So much fun.
So this room sounds amazing. I know that you guys have got some real experience in the recording process. Got an album you just finished, and yet here you are doing some stuff at Rocket Skates. Talk about what you're working on today and about the album.
Right now we're working on doing pretty much a 2-track cassette. We're going to release just like an A and B side. It's just something fun for us to do, something fun for the fans, shake things up a little bit. It's going to have a song off of our upcoming album and a song off of the album after that. So it's all still at this point previously unreleased. So
why the selection of these particular tracks to include?
So Flying Trapeze, which is going to be off of the upcoming album The Show, which is coming out early 2015. That song, since it was introduced, immediately sort of just became a staple to the set list. It feels good, we all enjoy it. It has all the elements that we feel like embody what we do as a band. And so it's kind of no question that that's something that we should do again, because it's something that, as all songs will do, changes over time anyways. And then the other song, No Means Jeff, we picked that because it's essentially just a new song that we just got done, and there's no record of it anywhere, and we're still even working on it. And that's what's cool about this, is it's going to be really kind of a B-side thing. It's not going to be a set in stone thing. So the songs very well may change before we release them on a full-length album. But it's nice to have something that's new and bring it out and show it to people, and just do kind of a one-off, have fun with it sort of a thing.
If you would talk a little bit about where you guys are at with songwriting, because not to minimize in any way the compositions that I know you from our first associations, but I really love the arrangements, and I feel like these songs are compositionally complex, not too complex, but certainly feel like a bigger canvas, like a deeper accomplishment from a songwriting perspective.
Yeah, we have a lot of experience coming in, which is good, and I like to say that we like that things need to be a little needlessly complicated sometimes. That depth in the music is stuff that is ignored a lot in mainstream music.
It's quite interesting for Canyon and I, and especially because of the fact that he didn't play accordion before this band, and I hardly knew how to play mandolin for this band, and so there's a lot of correlation between our ability on the instrument and the way that the songs are written. I feel like that has a lot to do with it. The earlier stuff was very much let's keep it simple because I can't play better than that.
It's always
and now
been-
it's like we've gotten to the point of where, 160 something shows in and 350 plus practices. Why not? Like, why not? Now we've figured it out. We have a better idea of it, and now we can actually keep up with the other people in the band that actually know how to play their instruments, and so we can finally really give things a legitimate shot and make the songs more true to what we want to do musically.
A lot of the early stuff we powered through with. We've played together so much over the years that learning new instruments together was actually really awesome, because we had this previous skill that we knew how to read each other very well, and then once we could watch each other play these new instruments, and that's kind of the driving point. For the whole first album, that was about as good as we could possibly be. It was the hardest stuff I could play personally. And that's how this new album is, but I've progressed so much as a musician on that instrument particularly.
Absolutely. I mean, the new album that's coming out is... There's absolutely no question that the instrumentation is a giant leap forward. It was the instrumentation, the songwriting in general, the way everything's set up. It is a step in a completely different direction, but still identifiably ours. And that's part of the reason that we're here today. And we want to do a couple tracks. We want to try to have something that's a little bit more easily digestible for a lot of people, that they can just pick up, get a couple songs. Right. Get their fix. So we've recorded our last two albums at Salt Lake Recording Service, just around the corner from here, which has been awesome. We enjoyed every second of it. But Brad, that ran that place, shut it down, moved to the other side of the country, and so for us, it's been like, well, we've sort of had this home, and where is another place that we can go? And we've been in a lot of studios in this valley, and realistically, this is comfortable for us, and that's really the number one thing with stuff like this, is it needs to be comfortable. And then on top of that, the room sounds amazing. The engineers know what they're doing, so it makes perfect sense to be here. And
I'm excited to get our first product finished and in our hands, see what it sounds like. This might be a new home.
It's a touching moment.
It is. It's real. This is real.
Well, I love you guys. Thanks for letting us come in and hang out and drink a beer. Foot 5. Good times. Thank you. And you're going to play.
Yes. Songs.
Let's do that.
Yep.
Songs, music, Folk Hogan.
What should we do?
Beautiful thing.
Zing songs.
Hi, I'm George Crandall. And I'm George's son, Robert Crandall. My granddad started our Summit County Ford dealership in 1946. My dad and I are here to make sure our customers receive the best service of any Utah Ford dealership. We have a great selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, and if we don't have it, let us find it for you. Come see us and we'll show you why the grass is not always greener on the Wasatch Front. Buy your vehicle from your local Ford dealer right here in Summit County. Crandall Ford's been operating in Summit County for over 67 years. We want a long-term relationship with you and your vehicle.
On the road, the unexpected and unimaginable can happen, and the damages from dealing with an insurance company on your own can be even worse. Don't get hurt twice. Never talk to an insurance company without Siegfried and Jensen on your side. Siegfried and Jensen. It won't cost you anything to see if we can help.
You can see the storm is causing havoc all over the Wasatch. Let's go live to our correspondent in the field.
That's right. As you can see, there's accidents all over the valley. But even more impressive than that is the quick response to these accidents by people who are using their Everest Collision and Repair smartphone app.
Well, that's amazing.
And I've just learned that Everest Collision and Repair work with all insurance companies. They guarantee their work for a lifetime, and there's a complimentary tow to their shop when you use their app.
Everest Collision Repair's app, keeping your needs on top.
Oh, hi, welcome back. Wasn't that nice? It's the artistic process in the form of beautiful audio. And once again, it is the boys from Folk Hogan, Moses and Canyon, and from Rocket Skates Recording, the Hot Brown.